Currently at the home of last year's winner, Bala Brooks, at the Grand National, who's actually very hungry at the moment and going in for lunch, but otherwise looking very fit and healthy.
Yeah, not 100% yet, but he's well on the way to fitness, and at this stage he's where we want him. Yeah, I'm very happy with him.
Could you have predicted the success last year?
You don't think you can ever go expecting to win a Grand National, but we always expected him to be an AMG horse and to run very well in a Grand National. And it's not that often those sort of dreams come true, but we were very, very hopeful as you can be going to a Grand National.
Yeah, it is a big dream come true. I mean, your dad would be very proud. Do you ever think that maybe it could follow in the success of Red Rum?
Oh, I don't think you can get that carried away. You know, I mean, Red was the exception rather than the rule, and as much as this horse is a very special horse, and I hope I'm wrong, it's a feat that I didn't think could ever be achieved again. So we'll see. And he's coming up 11 this time anyway, but he could go back with a very strong chance this year for sure.
So if I fancied a flutter, then you would still recommend Ballabriggs?
Absolutely.
Now, are there any particular qualities that you look for that Ballabriggs has got that maybe any of the other horses that you've currently got here may have?
He's actually an old-fashioned chasing type horse with a little bit of speed as well, and he's a very natural jumper, a very professional horse. He's got a great way about him. You know, he's from the day he came into the yard, he's been a very smart horse, and it's took, to be honest, 5 or 6 years to get him to the stage when he was mature enough to fill his frame. You know, he's a big horse.
What's a typical day entail for Ballabriggs?
Well, we start work at 7 o'clock in the morning. We start riding out at 8 o'clock. He's normally out first lot, so he's out from 8 till 9, 9:30, and then that's him. Gets fed at lunchtime, comes back in the afternoon, and he'll go on the walkers for a bit in the afternoon, and so on and so on. You know, there's a lot of work goes in, a lot of work.
And how many horses have you actually got here that you're looking after at the moment?
We have 106 on this yard.
Wow.
And that's if we can keep this yard full of, and it is full of horses fit and ready to run, then that's plenty at the moment. We could have had some more conceivably, but I've concentrated on trying to keep improving the quality. You know?
So feeding time is pretty busy.
Feeding time at the zoo. Yeah, no, listen, it's a very straightforward routine. I've got a good bunch of staff. Everyone knows what they're doing. It's very straightforward.
Yeah, you are dad to a lot of horses at the moment. So is Ballabriggs your favourite?
That would be hard. The horse next door, Peddler's Cross. I'm his number one fan, and there's an old horse of Mr. Hemmings that my wife trains somewhere else, Cloudy Lane, who did me a lot of favours. Was the first horse out of Mr. Hemmings, and yeah, listen, they all have their favourites, but when you've got a Grand National winner, it takes a bit of beating.
Now, before you and I head off for lunch, I always wanted a horse for Christmas. I never got a horse for Christmas, so do you think that maybe I could have a quick ride on Ballabriggs?
No, but if you want a horse, there's an awful lot of people who've left this place with horses that didn't want them before.
Thank you very much, Donald.
Okay, cheers.